I cannot even put it into words. It's the kind of relief you only understand if you've been through something like this. And just like the problem appeared overnight, the breakthrough came the same way, fast.
Hey guys, I'm Brian Mahoney. I help guys resolve psychological ED so you can relax, get hard, and enjoy sex again. What I hear more than anything else when guys first call me is hopelessness. I'm never the first stop. They've tried therapy, pills, all kinds of other stuff, often for years, but they haven't made any progress. So they start spending a lot of time thinking, what if I never get this solved? Then they start watching all those bad movies in their heads, and it makes the problem even worse. The story that follows here, I hope, is going to be the antidote for that. This is a client of mine, great guy, describing how he's got almost all the way to the other side with the problem. We're actually not done working together yet. But I thought this was worth sharing. Why? My hope is that if you start going down that what if I never solve it road, you can think about this story. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you might begin to get that quiet sense of, well, if that guy can solve it, no reason I can't too. So give him a listen and see what you think.
Hey, so I want to tell you about my experience working with Brian, and I'm going to be really honest with you. So let me start with what was happening. Some time ago, bad stuff was happening in my life. A lot of stress at work, a lot of disappointments with dating apps, and practically an existential crisis. One morning, I woke up and something was off, like completely off. I had no energy, no drive, no appetite, no nothing. I was going through the days without really feeling anything. I would lose interest in basically everything I used to care about. And the thing that hit me the hardest, the thing I was living the worst, was that I had completely lost my libido. Like, gone. Zero interest in sex, zero desire, nothing. Many times I tried to regain control of my sexual life or to have sex again, but nothing worked. It was no longer my thing. And look, I was devastated. Sex had always been a way for me to decompress, to connect with people, and to feel alive. And suddenly that was just not there anymore. It happened overnight, literally. That's why Brian and I knew from the start it was psychological, because it came out of nowhere, like a switch had been flipped. Before that, I was already dealing with performance anxiety since I was around 22 or 23 years old. That had never really gone away. So when the libido disappeared on top of that, I was in a really dark place. I was really depressed. And the depression made everything worse because a healthy sex life is one of the things that helps you feel better. So I was stuck in this loop with no way out. This battle lasted over 2 years. 2 years. And in that time, I tried everything. And I mean everything. Classic psychotherapy, EMDR, acupuncture, sophrology, breathwork, meditation. I read every book I could find on the topic. I did hypnotherapy. I even tried ketamine assisted psychotherapy. Every single time, no result. Zero progress. I was starting to think this was just my life now. And then I found Brian. I came across his YouTube videos, and what stood out to me was the way he explained things. It felt very clear, very direct, and very focused on actually solving the problem rather than just talking about it forever. After watching several videos, I had the feeling that his approach really made sense for what I was dealing with. At that point, I had already spent so much time, money, and energy trying different things that didn't work. So I decided that if I was going to try again, I wanted to work with someone who really specialized in this kind of issue and had a really clear method. And what I really liked about Brian's model is that it's results-based. You pay once, one flat fee, until you get the results, and that's it. No weekly session that drag on forever with no end in sight. No therapist who does not really have an incentive for things to change quickly because the sessions just keep going. Brian's incentive is to get you to the result as efficiently and as quickly as possible. That felt reassuring and fair to me. We started a discovery call. He listened, asked good questions, gave me some initial thoughts, and told me to come back if I wanted to work together. And I did, and we got to work. The sessions were really hands-on. In the beginning, we would meet once a week. He took time to really understand where the problem was coming from, always listening, always asking the right questions. Sometimes I would do most of the talking, other times he would guide the session more with hypnosis work, and there is no rigid session format. And honestly, that makes sense when you're working on letting go. And between sessions, Brian gives you exercises, visualizations based exercises that I found genuinely powerful. Real tools that you practice and then report back on. But it's not passive. You have to show up and actually do the work. Now, the moment I first noticed rare progress, and I'm not going to forget that. The first time I was able to have a normal sexual experience again after so much time having done absolutely nothing. I mean, there is no words to describe that joy. It's the kind of relief you only understand if you've been through something like this. And just like the problem appeared overnight, the breakthrough came the same way, fast. One thing started moving, they're really starting moving. Right now, I would say the problem is about 80% solved and we're still working together. My sex life is back, is generally enjoyable again. Erections are strong, there is no loss of interest during sex. The engine sometimes takes a little longer to start than you used to, but it works and it's fulfilling. So, overall, Brian kept his promise. I have a happy sex life again. And beyond just the sexual side of things, working with Brian also helped me to change my environment, change the way I think, and change how I handle stress. And that's the thing. When you fix one core problem, it creates a chain reaction. Fix the root issue, the depression lifts. The depression lifts, the sexuality comes back. The sexuality comes back, you feel even better. And slowly things start falling back into place. So, if you are a guy dealing with the same kind of problem, loss of libido, erectile issues, performance anxiety that nobody has really been able to fix, and you're wondering whether to work with Brian, my answer is simple. Go for it. Don't waste time going from solution to solution without results. The pain you're living with is enormous. It affects everything, your confidence, your relationships, your mood, your sense of self. So find someone who really knows how to deal with this kind of issue. And right now, in my experience, Brian is the best therapist for this kind of problem. It's an investment in yourself, and that kind of investment is never wasted. Just one thing, however, don't start if you're not ready to do the work. Brian will ask you to look at things in your life that can sometimes be difficult to face, but that's part of the process. You have to be willing to show up. But if you do, it can change everything.
And of course, it's not just me. There are lots of ways to get this solved. And maybe now, somewhere in the back of your mind, again, you can have that little bit of a sense of, well, if that guy solved it, why not me? I hope so. And if you're ever in a place where you feel like you'd like to get this solved now and you want my help, I'm happy to talk with you. If we work one-on-one together, we can zero in on what's specifically driving your psychological ED. We can tailor hypnotherapy and other approaches to your history, your triggers, your relationship, probably moving faster, more efficiently than you can just piecing things together from videos or apps. So, if you'd like to resolve this now, just click the link in the description down below to book a call. I'd be happy to learn about your situation and help you decide if we might be a good fit for working together. Or maybe you're still thinking about it, no problem. If you want to relax while you think, just check out this next hypnosis video. It might help in the meantime. Thanks for watching.